Going live. All right, everybody, what's going on? We are live with Investor Thrive, guys. Today, it's a special day because right now, today, I have my VAs, my top VAs. They're on with me today, and I'm going to be training them live on the painless wholesaling method. And I know it's their first time being live, so everybody give them a round of applause. Everybody welcome them in. Got Jackie, we got AJ, and they are awesome. Jackie and AJ, what's up? How you guys doing?
Happy Wednesday, everyone.
Ha- Happy
Hi
Wednesday. What
everyone.
about you, AJ? How are you?
Everything's great. I'm excited for this training.
All right. So, hey, guys, it's your first time live. I understand it might be a little nerve-wracking. Don't be worried, all right? Everybody on the internet that's watching loves you, all right? They love you in wherever you are. And where you guys are in the Philippines, right?
Yes, Bob.
Yes, I'm from Metro Manila.
Oof, I love it. Never been there, but anyway, guys, the reason why I brought my VAs on here is because I am going to show them exactly how to analyze deals so they can help me get deals. And I wanted to show you how I'm going to train them so you can literally go and train your own VAs or get VAs and train them to help you get deals. And I'm so stoked. I'm so pumped about what I have, guys, because I woke up this morning super early. I went to bed at like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock yesterday. And I woke up like, I know this is crazy, but I woke up like around 3 o'clock and I was just like, dude, I'm ready to go. And Brandon Simmons had sent me a mind map, a way to like really break down how to get, how to build a buyer's list. And I've recently been thinking like, dude, there's so much information out there. How can I make getting real estate deals easier for people? How can I make it like so simple that there's no reason not to take action? So what I did, guys, is I literally made a mind map of how to do the painless wholesaling method, or it's reverse wholesaling, step by step, so anyone could look at it and do it. Because that is the goal. I want anybody to look at what I showed and really go get deals. I mean, if you're watching me, I want you to make money so you can go get, so you can say, hey, Nate, I used what you said. I made some money. And I'll say, dude, great. That's awesome. So that's my goal. Let's help you guys succeed. And I'm going to show you today, guys, how I literally broken down wholesaling to like the easiest step-by-step process that anyone that's brand new, that's never done a deal, has no idea how to do it, can do it. Okay. And Jackie and AJ, I showed this to you already. We're going to show it to some people. Do you agree? Do you feel like what I made is so simple and so easy to understand?
Absolutely. I mean, everything has been laid out for them. It's just a matter of taking action, really.
That's all it is. And even the better thing is it's got KPIs, right? It's got tells you what you need to do daily in order to hit those goals and make money. And I believe if someone followed these steps and did hit the KPIs and took the actions, they would be able to get a deal in the next 30 days. Okay. And that's 10K, 15K, whatever you can make. It's if you want to make 10 to 15,000 in the next 30 days, this is literally how to do it. And I'm going to show you this step-by-step process, have my VAs on here, and then we're actually going to dive into one of the steps and I'm going to train my VAs live. And you guys can watch this and maybe even use it to train your VAs. I'm going to show them how to analyze deals because, there's a lot of deals that come across my desk, my email that I see that I don't have the time to look at all of them. So I want to leverage and use my virtual assistants. And I honestly don't even like the word VA. I mean, they work with me. They're my employees. They're my friends. They're awesome. So we're going to do that today. So let's dive right in, everybody. So I'm going to share my
Let's
screen.
go.
That's right. That's right. Let's go. Let's do it. So guys, real quick, this is a sweet mind map thing that Brandon Simmons and Corey Boatwright told me about. Mind Meister, I don't think that's what it's called, but what you're able to do is like make a mind map or an outline, and it makes it super simple to lay out like anything in a simple way. And basically, what I did is I took what I'm deeming and I'm calling the painless wholesaling strategy, and I broke it down into 10 steps. 10 steps that will get you paid. Okay. And this is not something I've made up. I pulled out of my butt because, I just feel like it makes sense. No, this works. I literally do this. I just made $10,000 last week. Another deal was 4,500, all with zero marketing spend. You can spend money on marketing if you want. I just choose not to right now because the market's shifted and I don't want to spend money on sellers who are unrealistic. I'd rather do it for free. And, once the sellers get a little bit more reasonable, I'm going to start doing marketing and paying again, but I don't do it right now. And right now it's me and my VAs, and we're doing deals, and it's the low overhead, super low. I basically can do this business part-time and run Investor Thrive. So this step-by-step model that I'm going to show you guys, like it's amazing. Okay. Literally amazing. So the painless wholesaling strategy that I call it, the first thing you want to do is you want to pick a market. All right. And in this outline, it goes super in depth on like how to pick your market. I get in the call. Hold on. Yeah. So it goes super in depth on how to pick your market, like what qualifies a market, what doesn't qualify a market to work in, different softwares. I even provide a list of like the top areas to that properties are being flipped in the United States, the hottest cities where you should market, right? So that is step one. You just have to pick your market. And I'm not diving deep into every step. I'm just giving you guys an overview. And then, as I go live over the next 100 days, I'm just kind of going to break this down. But after step one, hey, and Jackie and AJ, I'm going to kind of do a brief overview. I already did this with you guys, but if you have any questions that you want me to clarify, please do, just so people that are watching can also,
Sure. Is there a way that you can make it bigger, boss? The one that you're showing is
yeah.
on the screen.
Oh my God.
There you go.
Let that actually. Okay. Yeah, I can definitely do that. So is that better? Like, is that better?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Hey, and by the way, guys, I'm not looking at the StreamYard feed. If anyone's saying anything like here on the side, just let me know and I can answer their questions too. Is that cool? I think you guys can see this on the comment section, right?
Oh, yes.
Okay. So if anyone says anything, just let me know what they say. Maybe I can answer their question too. Okay.
All right.
Okay. So step one, pick your market. Now, guys, if you're a brand new wholesaler and you have not picked your market, it's super easy. Work in your backyard. And if your backyard is like you live in a town of 100 people, then you can't really work your backyard because no one's buying there. You just need to pick one of the top markets. Okay. And like I said, I'm not going too in depth with this, but one of the top markets are here, and you can screenshot this. You can look at this later. But I mean, it's a no-brainer. It's most of the top metros in the United States are where the most people are buying. Okay. And so yeah, it's not that hard. If there's a lot of flippers in the area, there's a lot of people buying. Okay. Yeah, I got someone that's like lighting me up right now. It's calling me. I'll have to call him later. Okay. Step two. In the painless wholesaling method, you do not just go out and start marketing after you've picked an area. You don't just pull a list and start going crazy and text blasting and calling people and wasting your money. The second step after you pick your market is you want to find cash buyers. Now, I'm not telling you guys to go find 1 million cash buyers, to find 1,000, find 20,000. You just need to find 10 that you can get super tight with and super cool with. That's it. That's the next step. Just find 10, because guys, I have a buyers list of over 1.5 million people. I probably talked to 10 people on that list personally. Over time, just because I never done dispo, but who cares about having a list of 1 million people or all that? Like, it doesn't matter. It's about relationships in real estate, and you can do the bonus wholesaling method in any market and crush it by just having relationships with 10 buyers. If you do 20, 30, great, but 10 is all you need. Now, I go super in depth in this breakdown of, what kind of buyers you need to be working with. It breaks down where to find them. Hedge funds. I even provide hedge funds lists, so you guys can, hit up hedge funds if you want to do that. Where to find wholesalers, where to find agents that can give you cash buyers, where to find landlord buyers, and also where to find buyers that flip homes. I've, hard money lenders. I got a list of hard money lenders that you can call nationwide. Batch Leads does it. I got a YouTube video on how to do that. Social media, what to post. Obviously, if you want to buy our buyers list, you can, but I don't recommend it. Where to call the top agents. Yeah. What else? Local RIAs, what you need to do at RIAs. Bandit signs, what you need to write on bandit signs. There's thousands of ways to find buyers, thousands and thousands and thousands of different ways to find different types of buyers. But, you just got to pick one. And my thing is, it doesn't matter who you have if you're finding, wholesalers or you're finding hedge funds, realtors, they're all great. If you can get tight with any of these type of 5 buyers, shout out to Brandon Simmons. He gave me this layout, and I've just kind of built it out. But yeah, you just need to pick any of them and get tight and ask them what their criteria is. So that's how
Hey,
you find cash
I have
buyers.
a question
Oh,
from Rhonda Brooks.
yeah,
So do
Jack,
we
what
have
do you got?
access to this?
So who asked that question?
Rhonda's asking if we can give them access to this.
So Rhonda, I'm thinking about it because I built this mainly for my team, and I'm not sure like if I want to just give this out. My goal was just to show you guys how to use this and like teach you, like, do on lives, but to just give it out, I'm not sure if I feel comfortable just giving it out for free, just because it's got a lot of our documents in it from our business, and like, calculators and contracts. So I'm not willing to give it out for free at the moment, but maybe I might. But I think that's a great question. But for now, just stay tuned, and I'm going to show you how to use it. Okay. Jackie, do you think that was a good answer, or what are your thoughts on that?
Well, of course, you have to think whether, you have to give it out since you picked your brain to put this
Oh, God.
all together.
Oh gosh, this took me forever, and you guys were there while I made some of it. It takes quite a bit of effort, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. AJ, you're not saying much, man. Are you there?
I'm here, boss.
Okay. You just okay. So guys, after you find your cash buyers, whether it's any type of these 5, like I said, you can hedge funds, wholesalers, realtors, flippers, these are all the information how to get them. Just find 10. That's it. I'm only asking you to find 10 so you can make $10,000 this month. Okay. You don't go get 1 million. Don't go out and build a crazy buyers list because you won't be able to talk to everybody. Okay. So after you find your cash buyers, the reason why you need 10 is because you need to talk to those 10 people, and you need to ask them what their buying criteria is. You need to find out what they want. And you can do that by, making a Google form and sending it to them, and they can fill it out with specific questions that you need to ask them. You also you need to get 10 submissions. You need to get at least 10 submissions from people, or 10 buying criteria, so you can go out and start finding deals. And this breaks down to, everything, how to do it. So once you talk to your buyers, you need to get super cool with them. I'm talking like you guys can go to Top Golf together. You can go get some, I don't drink, but you can go out to the club, take them out and wine and dine them, make them feel really nice. And here is a script that you guys, if you want to screenshot this or whatever, this is how I have my conversations with my buyers to ask them what they want. Just have a simple conversation with them. And, if you want to use a Google form too, I actually send my cash buyer buy box form to them, and I have them fill out their email, their name, and I ask them specific questions so they can fill out what they want, so I can go and find it. Okay. And anyone can go make a Google form. It's super easy. And the best way to talk to your new cash buyers is you want to take them out to lunch and pay. That's number one. You want to meet face to face, build a relationship. If you can't do that, you want to go to Zoom or do a phone call. Okay. So that is how you're going to find out of your 10 top 10 cash buyers that you find what they want. Okay. So the reason why we're doing this, guys, is the market shift has affected a lot of buyers. A lot of buyers aren't buying right now. So if you are doing
Kelly, sorry to cut you,
okay,
boss. Kelly's asking if you can send the script to her.
Kelly's asking if I can. I will send the script. I'll give you the script. Okay. I'll do that.
Awesome.
So just Kelly, DM me in Facebook and just say, hey, Nate, can I get that script that you were showing? And I got you. Okay. And anybody else that DMs me, I'll give you the script. Okay. So once again, let me just finish. The reason why I'm doing this method, and I think everyone should do this, is because the market shifted, and I'd say 50-60% of the buyers that were on your guys' list, if you were text blasting or email blasting, they're not buying right now. They're worried, they're concerned. So you don't want to work with those people. You want to talk to the people that are actively buying right now and find them exactly what they want, so you're not wasting your time. Because I'm sure everybody that's watching has canceled a contract. I'm not into canceling contracts. I don't like doing it. I don't want it. It's a waste of my time. I'd rather find out what my buyer wants and go find it on the MLS, go find it from another wholesaler, go find it from a seller, market to a specific neighborhood they want. It's going to take me way less time, way less money, and time is money. So that's why you want to find out what your buyers want first, then go get it. Okay. And by the way, you're not tied to those buyers. If they don't make you an offer that makes sense, forget them. You can go blast it out and find a buyer anyway. And I'm going to get to that step a little bit later. So after step 3, you're going to go step 4 is you're going to find deals that meet your buyer's criteria. Okay. And what I've done, guys, is I've broken down literally every way you can get a deal for free or if you pay. Okay. So these are all the paid marketing channels. Okay. With videos and stuff on how to do them, how to drive for dollars on batch, all the paid stuff. And then here's all the free stuff that I do right now to get deals. I go to Investor Lift. I look at deals on there. I JV. I make offers to agents. Here's a way to set up Redfin. So you get notifications. Sunday.com is a great way to get deals. HomeLight, you can get deals. You don't usually wholesale those. You buy them and you flip them, but that's okay. You can make posts on Facebook groups, neighborhood Facebook groups for free. So people in neighborhoods see that you're buying for sale by owner, making offers on other wholesalers' deals, knocking and flying proof foreclosures, and driving for dollars with a notepad for free. Okay. And here's the step-by-step on how to do that. And, I'm going through this really fast because the purpose of this was not to explain the whole process like really in depth. It's just to show you that I've laid out so easily, step by step, how to make 10K in less than 30 days. Okay. So after you talk to your buyers and you start looking for deals that they want, you analyze deals. Okay. So whether you're talking to a seller and you're trying to find out if they're asking a price that makes sense, or if you can offer them a price that makes sense, or if you're just looking at deals on the MLS, you need to know how to analyze deals, or you're just wasting your time because you don't even know what a deal is. That's why it's so important to be in one market, because markets change all throughout the United States. It's very hard to underwrite nationwide, but if you pick one market, you're going to be able to do it more easily. So this shows you how to run comps, determine the ARV, what questions to ask people about the rehab budget, how to determine rehabs, on how expensive the rehab budget is going to be, how to use a calculator to calculate your offer. I mean, it's all broken down, and that's what we're going to actually go over today in depth. That's why I have my VAs on here. I'm going to teach them how to analyze deals so they can start looking for deals for me. And I'll just I won't go too much more in depth with the last 5 steps. I'll just kind of talk about them. So once you analyze a deal, you bring it to your top 10 buyers and you ask them what they're going to pay. They tell you what they're going to pay because you're tight with them, and you've brought them a potentially good deal because you analyze it. You didn't bring them a piece of trash and just say, hey, what would you pay? You say, hey, buyer, I looked at this deal. It seems pretty good. What would you pay for it? Then they give you your offer. You take their offer and you make the offer to the seller, and you get the contract signed. And the cool thing is I've laid out every contract that you would need. This is a contract for a signable real estate purchase agreement, how to fill it out, the terms that you need to put on there. You need at least 7 days of due diligence, at least $100 earnest money or whatever they want. This is a contract for JVing. Here's a signable contract you need to give your buyer. So it's all there. So that's super cool. And then 8, this is the cool part, because a lot of your people are probably like, Nate, why are you only limiting yourself to 10 buyers? I don't limit myself to 10 buyers unless they pay me what I want. Now, if I bring it to my buyer and he doesn't make me the offer I want, I say, look, man, that's not enough. I'm actually going to blast this thing out. And if nobody wants it at the price I want it for, I'll go with you. And he's like, okay, that's fine. Sure. So then you blast it out anyway. And here's all the different ways to market and dispo a deal. Once you dispo the deal and you set up a walkthrough and you get ready for closing. So right here, it tells you exactly how to set the expectations with the buyer, what to say, what to do if the property is vacant or occupied, how to accept an offer, how to get the earnest money, what contracts to sign them, what you need to send title company. So that's kind of the last step of setting up the walkthrough and then taking everything to the title company and what you need to send the title company, which is very simple, by the way, everybody. Once you have the buyer, once you have the real estate purchase contract with the seller, you assign it to the buyer. You need both those documents, and you need to send the earnest money from your buyer. And you usually can use the earnest money from the buyer for your earnest money. So we usually don't put our earnest money down until we have a buyer, because we find a buyer within our due diligence period. Our contract says I will put down my earnest money deposit after due diligence. And if I can't find someone within my due diligence period, I usually just cancel it because it's not a deal. So that's everything you need to send a title. Bada bing, bada boom, easy. Like Tom Kroll says, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Then once you have that, you're getting paid. Just once the deal closes, you get paid. So I know that was a lot. Jackie, AJ, was that a lot? I went through that quickly.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was
before I answer that, we actually have a question from Eric. How do you do virtual walkthroughs with buyers?
Yeah, so let's go through that step, because that's specifically what you're asking, Eric. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to set proper expectations with the seller to see the property. Okay. So you're going to talk to the seller and say, hey, now that we've signed the contract, I just going to need to send some of my business partners over there to verify the condition and do an inspection, because we've talked virtually and you've told me, you sent me pictures, but we need to go verify. Okay. That's how we do it. They say, oh yeah, sure. So that's it. That's the conversation I have. You
Is it
tell
possible to do it virtually though? That's what
Oh,
he's asking.
100%. That's all we do. I never really go to walkthroughs. Even in Utah, where I live and I do in my own market, I just send my buyers there anyway. And I just say, hey, don't talk to the seller about price. And they're like, okay, cool. So that's exactly what I have written down here. So you tell the seller you are going to have some of your business partners walk through the property to verify the condition of the home. Okay, virtually. Okay. Before you send the buyer, you're going to make sure they know not to talk about price. Okay. You got to trust them, but you also got to tell them, like, hey, look, I do a lot of deals. I can bring you a lot. So I'd appreciate, I want to build a long lasting relationship. I'd appreciate you not talking about price with the seller. Okay. That's fine. So you tell the seller you're doing a walkthrough. You hold a 30-minute inspection period, open house for your buyers. It's okay to send buyers to a house if it's occupied, if the seller's there. Talk to the buyers before they go and walk the property and ask them not to discuss the price. If you don't have access to show the property, get really good video walkthrough and tons of pictures from the seller. This makes selling the home more difficult, but possible. So if there's not a way to walk through it, most buyers are going to be like not interested because they want to see it. But we've sold many properties without anyone ever walking the house, because if it's a good deal, then it's a good deal. Now, after they've walked it, then you accept the offer by taking the highest and best. You get your earnest money. You usually want to get $5K. You can get it directly to your bank account or get it at the title company. You can have them sign. You have to have them sign the agreement, and then you send all the paperwork over to a investor friendly title company. Okay. And this is the paperwork you send them. So Eric, I answered the question, but I want to know if there's any clarification that you have on if you can. Is there any follow-up questions, Eric, on if you can do walkthroughs virtually? Because the answer is yes, you can. We do it all the time, but I want to see if you have any more questions. And while he's responding, if you're still there, Eric, yeah, AJ, Jackie, any feedback? I know I went through that really quick, but I just kind of wanted everyone to know like how simple wholesaling is, especially the painless wholesaling strategy, to go make your first 10K in the next 30 days. I already did it. I already made 10K. You can go and do it using these steps. Just go find some buyers, go find a deal for them and close. It's super easy. Now, the thing that's not easy is the action. That's never easy for people to go out there and make the calls and do all that. That's not easy for people, but it's doable.
Well,
Jack,
what you actually created here really has been laid out for everyone. It's just a matter of really taking action. Well, Eric has a question. Are
yeah,
you
yeah,
getting are you getting photos from seller initially to market property to buyers? And
100%.
do you ever use a lockbox on vacant properties?
Yeah. So Eric, yes to the sellers. If the seller lives in the house, I ask him to take pictures. We've also done like where we'll do a Zoom call and I'll just say, hey, we're doing a Zoom call. Can you turn your camera around on your phone and just do a walkthrough of the house and show me around? So that way they can get you a video, and then on a Zoom call, it's recorded. So there's two ways you can do it. Just say, hey, take a video or do a Zoom call and have them walk through the house and show you, and then you can use that. But I always have the sellers take the pictures, because I don't want to spend $20 or $30 to have someone else go, or whatever it would cost in that specific area. I just rather have them do it, and I can coach them through it. And if they're going to let me do a walkthrough anyway, which most of the time, like 99% of the time they will, I don't really care too much about the pictures, because you just need to give investors a general idea of the condition, and then they're going to go walk it anyway. So that's my answer to your question. Was there another question in that, Jackie, or was that it?
Oh yes. He's asking if do you ever use a lockbox on vacant properties?
Yes, yes. So if it's vacant and the seller has a key, we can do, you can have someone, an agent or someone in that network, some, I think Task Rabbit, you can have someone just go put a lockbox on. It depends where you're at. And yes, you put a lockbox on it. Or sometimes properties are vacant. Sellers are like, look, back door's open. I don't even care if anyone goes in there. So it depends if it's open and the seller doesn't care. It's really what the seller wants. Put a lockbox on it. If you if it's open because the house is a piece of trash, then you don't need that. Any follow up? Eric, I love the questions though, man, because that's exactly why I'm doing all this, is so I can, help you guys take action. I don't want anyone to watch this and then just be like, oh, that's good info. Literally go find some cash buyers and go find some deals. I mean, when it comes to finding deals, guys, this is another way to view it, which is kind of cool. But finding deals, let's see where it is. So you have paid and free marketing here to finding deals. Here are all
Oh,
the
Eric
paid.
has a follow-up question.
All right, Eric, what you got?
So, Eric is asking, what do you say if it's a hard to sell property and need multiple buyers view the property?
Repeat that one more time. My internet, I think, gave me a problem.
Oh, what do you say if it's a hard to sell property and need multiple buyers view the property?
What do you mean? What do I say? What do I say to the seller? What do I say to the buyer? I'm not sure the question, Eric. I don't really understand. Because if it's a hard to sell property, I would go to the seller and say, hey, look, I went to my business partners and none of them are interested in partnering with me on this deal. I need it for $30,000 less or 15 or whatever. So that's what I would say to the seller. Now, if it's a buyer and it's hard to sell, I would say, why aren't you interested in this house? And they would say, well, the price. And I'd say, okay, well, I obviously need to get the price down. If they're not interested because the roof is about to cave in, then I would say, okay, they're not interested because the roof's about to cave in. What price buyer would you need for this to make sense for you, knowing that the roof's about to fall in? He says, I need a $30,000 less than what you're asking. Well, if your wholesale fee is 50, then you take off 30, you're still making 20. Now, if you don't have that big of a spread, I'd go back to the seller and I'd say, hey, look, I've talked to a lot of my business partners. They're really worried about the roof and they think it's going to cost an additional 30 to fix it. So I know we're at 170. I'm going to need, I feel really bad. I'm sorry to do this, but I thought it would work, but I'm going to need this thing at 145, 150 for this to make sense for us to move forward. Now, if they agree, then you have a deal. Then you go back to the other buyer and you say, hey, you said 30, I got it down. You ready? And then it's over. Bada bing, bada boom. Right. So I answered both those potential scenarios that I thought you might be asking about, but I don't know if Jackie, has he said anything else? Eric, do you have any? Does Eric have any more questions?
He ended that pause. He
Oh,
said,
he's done? He's good?
Yep. Appreciate the knowledge. I'm glad I joined the live.
Well, Eric, you got to keep coming on, brother, because there's going to be lots of good stuff that I drop. Okay. So
We have another question from Ismail.
okay.
In your experience, what has been the best strategy you've had the most success? Is it cold calling, texting?
Yeah, so let's go over that. Number 4 is getting deals, right? So let me talk to you guys about this. And I have in-depth training, I've gone in depth on this stuff a lot. I think cold calling, if you specifically call like a motivated list, like absentee owners, high equity, tax liens, but absentee owners are usually the best. Cold calling works really well. Texting's worked really well, and pay per click works really well for us. So those are the 3 that I mainly do when I do paid marketing. Again, I'm not doing any paid marketing right now because I'm going completely to the free marketing avenue because there's too many deals that are hitting the MLS that aren't moving right now that I'm doing. So right now, when it's coming to free marketing, I'm doing deals that are on market. I'm doing deals from Homelight, and I'm doing deals that are JVing with other wholesalers that keep me busy. And that's what I'm doing right now. And I do deals off of Facebook. So those are all free avenues. So to answer your question, brother, cold calling, texting, pay-per-click is the best for paid. Forget ringless voicemail. That's trash. TV commercials, expensive. It works, but you got to have a lot of money to back you up. Radio, never done it. VAs, I got them on right now. Jackie and AJ, get some VAs. Newspaper, never done it, but I heard it works okay. Mailers, very expensive. It's 50-50 for me. Facebook ads, 50-50. Virtual driving for dollars is good. But to give you a solid answer, paid, these top 3, free, all these methods work if you do enough of them. It's just a numbers game on these. Ish, any question, any follow-up?
Oh, no more other questions so far.
All right. So originally we got on here so I could train you guys so you can, Jackie and AJ, so you guys can go analyze some deals for me and we can make some more money. All right. So that's what we're going to do right now. You ready? You ready for
Yes,
some
we're
training,
ready.
guys?
Oh,
Okay.
well, we have another question from Eric. Which is the most effective free marketing method in your opinion?
I would say JVing with other wholesalers that have deals and they can't find buyers, and on market, like making offers to agents and getting tight with agents. It's all relationship based. Like I've done multiple JV deals with wholesalers, like the same wholesalers, because sometimes they don't want to move their own deals, but you have to have the first part of this equation. Like you can't JV people's stuff if you have trash buyers. So that's why getting top 10 cash buyers where you can just call like on a dime is so important. Like right now, if anyone had a deal for me in anywhere in Utah, I could tell you within 5 minutes, like maybe 10 minutes, I could sell that deal. Okay. Because I got my top guys on speed dial and I just say, hey, I got a deal. You want it? Let's go. I know who's buying right now. And that's the problem. If you guys just go out there and send an email blast to 1,000 people, those people don't know who you are. They might not look at it. They got tons of other junk mail. They might not see your email blast. You got to get tight with people. That's how you're going to move stuff quick. So I think I answered the question, but I can't remember. Did I answer it, Jackie?
Yes. Another question from Eric. Where can I find the information on finding buyers?
Where can you find the information on finding buyers? Well, Eric, what you can do right now is take a screenshot of what I'm sharing right here. And I don't know where else you can find this. I'm this. So let's see. So finding cash buyers. So if you want to find flippers, here's all the ways to find flippers. Of course, these are some of my links. Like this is hard money. This is to ask hard money lenders. And here's a spreadsheet that I have that has over 4,000 hard money lenders all over the United States. And then you can decide where you're at, and then you can call these hard money lenders directly. So that's something that you probably don't have access to from taking a screenshot. But batch leads is a good way to find buyers, and there's videos on how to use batch leads. You can call investor friendly title companies. You can make social media posts, specific social media posts. What else is there? I have a buyer's list. I mean, I've spent $50,000 plus on my buyer's list. I sell it, but again, I don't really want people to buy it because I'm telling you all these free ways to do it. You can call top agents. There's websites that sell buyer's lists. Check the MLS. You need to talk to an agent about that. Local foreclosure auctions. If you go to a foreclosure auction, a lot of buyers go there. Craigslist, local RIAs, real estate association investor meetings, and bandit signs. Okay, go put some bandit signs up saying, "Hey, I got a house looking for a cash buyer. Cash buyers will call you." So that's one of the ways to find flippers, and then there's obviously ways to work with realtors, landlord, cash buyers, blah blah blah. But yeah, so Eric, just take a screenshot of this, and that should give you enough ways to go find buyers. That's how I find all my buyers. I don't really pay money to go find buyers other than batch leads. I have batch leads, but there's other ways to do it. Like I have a buyer right now that I work a lot with. I just called my title company that I work with, and I said, "Christina, who's buying right now?" And she gave me like 3 people that are actively buying in my market. And I called them. They're, yeah, I'm working one deal with this guy right now, in Utah. So that was for free, and he's solid. Any other questions coming in, Jackie?
Oh, no other questions so far, boss. We're running 36 minutes now.
Well, I mean, I guess
Do you,
that's good if people have questions, right?
yep, yep. Are we going to, are we still doing the deal?
Yeah, let's do that really quick. And if any questions come in, we'll get to those after I'm done showing you guys, because I need to show you so we can start looking for deals. All right.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So step 5, everybody, and everybody that's watching can learn this too. Once you find your deals through step 4, whether we're doing the free method or paid method, you need to analyze the deal and see what it's worth. Okay. And you guys know this. So how you got to find comps. That's the first thing you need to be able to do in order to assess the value, analyze the deal. So of course you have batch leads. Batch leads can help you find comparables. And I've showed you guys how to do that. And I can show you more, but batch leads, Zillow, Redfin, MLS data. We have MLS access here in Utah. So that's super helpful when running comps in Utah. And I can show you guys how to use that in another call. But these are the 4 top things that I use to comp a property. Okay. These are free. This one is a relationship because I'm not an agent. And this one is, I think it's like $100 a month, but it does a lot of other stuff. Any questions, guys, on what comps are or how to find them?
Oh, no question. But Rhonda said, I love Jackie. She's on it. I love you too. You should join their live daily.
Jackie, what did I tell you? Jackie, I told you people are going to love you.
Thank you,
AJ, they love
boss.
you. They love you too, AJ. Don't you worry, brother. Okay. All right. So after we run comps, this is the first thing you guys need to do when trying to analyze a deal is you need to determine the ARV or after repair value, which for people that are brand new, after repair value is just what a house would be sell for once it's fixed up and updated. Okay. So how do you find the after repair value of a property? Well, you find flipped houses that are similar. That's how you do it. So if your house is a piece of crap and it's for 200,000 and there's a really, really nice house, same floor plan, same everything, but it's updated for 300,000, you would think, and flippers that were going to buy it from you would say that house is worth 300,000 because if it's fixed up, because that's what that one just sold for. So that's all you're doing when you're running comps is you're trying to find out what your house currently in its current condition, what would it sell for if you fix it up, right? So in order to find the after repair value, you got to find flip comps. And then you have to, after you do that simple step of finding a flipped home that is similar, you need to determine the rehab budget that's needed on the house. So the rehab budget is just how much money do I need to put into the house in order to get it to its top value. Okay. So let's just talk about a scenario. The $300,000 house that's fully fixed up and yours is at 200,000. How much money do I have to put into that house to get to 300,000? So if that house needed $200,000 to get to 300,000, well, you can't buy it at 200,000 because you got to put 200,000 into it to be worth 300,000. So you would be losing money because you put more money into it to make it worth less than what you put into it. So that's what flippers are doing is they're determining how much needs to go into a house for me to make money. Okay. So the way to determine the rehab budget is pretty simple. You ask questions from a seller if you're virtually, If you're virtual, you get pictures, video, and if you're not virtual, you go walk the house. Okay. Here are some of the general questions to ask a seller to get the general condition of their home. What's the general condition of the house? They tell you. What's the condition of the roof? How old's the HVAC? When was the kitchen updated? Is anyone living in the property? Is it a rental? These are all good things to ask a seller. Okay. Any questions on what is a rehab and what questions to ask, guys?
I think this is pretty clear, boss.
Yeah, it is. Thank you. So in-depth repair sheet. So I never use this, guys, but this is for people that want to be like 100% certain on like what the rehab is. Let's see. I think it's right here. If people want to be like really confident on what their rehab budget is, this little spreadsheet, AJ, that you pimped out, it goes in depth. So if, like, for example, if you need 5 dumpsters because the house is just full of garbage, you can put 5 dumpsters and you can just put in the amount of things you need and it will calculate the total of the flip. But again, I never use this. It's too much work. I use a simpler method. So I'm not telling you guys to use this, but it's available if you want to get really nitty-gritty on the rehab. Okay. Did I just hear a rooster? Is that a rooster, guys?
Oh, it's in the morning here in the Philippines, boss.
Yeah, no, I didn't know it was morning time. That's awesome. Okay, cool.
Like 3 in the morning.
So you're telling me that rooster is cockadoodly doing at 3:00 in the morning?
Unfortunately.
I thought, is the sun already up or has it not come up yet?
Not come up yet.
So what is it doing? I thought the roosters were supposed to crow when the sun came up.
Normally. But here in the Philippines, I think they're 24/7.
Oh, the roosters in the Philippines are 24/7. That's crazy, man. Okay. So so this is the quick way to do it, guys. I do not ever do a deep analysis of repairs. I just ask them specific questions to determine if it's a light rehab, if it's an average rehab, or if it's a heavy rehab. Okay. So if it's a light rehab, it just needs carpet, tile, and paint, the basics, right? Like they don't have to do that much. They just need to, make it look pretty, update it a little bit. Once you start getting into the kitchen cabinets and the bathrooms, that's when it's jumped from a light rehab to an average rehab, because the kitchen is more expensive and the bathrooms are more expensive to update. So once you jump into those things, you go to $24 per square foot, an average rehab. Okay. Now, once you jump into heavy, like a complete gut job, which everything needs to be taken, the roof, HVAC, everything, it's $40, and that's a heavy rehab. So it's really easy, everybody. All you do is you take the square footage of a house and you multiply it by what the seller told you needs to be done, or what the pictures you got, or what the walkthrough. So if we did a really easy math problem, so let's see. So here's my calculator, really easy math problem. So the house is 1,500 square feet and it needs, that's a lot. Sorry, that was wrong. I put an extra 0. So if it's 1,500 square feet, so the seller says, look, Nate, it only needs carpet and paint. And I say, okay, I need some pictures to verify that you're telling me that that's true. Okay. They sent me pictures. She's right. Carpet, paint, maybe a little tile, no big deal. So I take the square footage of their home and I multiply it by $18 per square foot. It's going to cost me $27,000 to paint, carpet, make the house look nice on a 1,500 square foot home. Okay. Now, if they're like, Nate, you know what? The house is about to fall apart and we just can't afford it. It's about to collapse. So then I'd say, it's probably going to cost me on a 1,500 square foot house, $60K. Now these numbers are like an average. Now if the house is really, really bad, then you might need to, up that up a little bit. It doesn't hurt to go higher on your rehab, but that's what I prefer, Jackie and AJ, versus going really in depth. I just do the average. Like I just find out the square footage and I multiply it by, light, average, or heavy. Okay.
Mhm.
Any
Okay.
clarification on that, guys?
So far, so good. But we have a question from Luciana. Can you assign a purchase agreements of properties on Sunday.com? Not sure if this is
You can't. You have to double close. So that's what we do. We double close or we flip them. And by the way, I think I'm gonna still do this training, guys. But I'm gonna send this to my students so they can hop in here and if they have any questions, if they want. Let me go to the Discord channel. Where is it? Hop in right now for training. Okay. All right. So where are we at? All right. So once you do that rehab, so you already know the ARV, okay? You know the rehab. Now you're going to calculate your offer. This is everything you need to make an offer, Jackie and AJ and anybody watching. You just need to know the ARV and the rehab, okay?
Mhm.
So now you calculate your offer. You can present the information. So number one is if you don't want to calculate a final offer price, that's the power of having top 10 cash buyers right here on step 3 is instead of you having to figure out an offer, I can make a quick phone call to Nate Worthen or Scott or any of my guys and just say, hey man, I just ran the numbers on this thing. This is the rehab. This is everything. What would you pay for this? And then instead of me making an offer and guessing, they say, Nate, on that 300,000 ARV house, and I'd pay 220. Okay, so you pay 220, and if I can get you that price and I can get this locked up, you're good to go. Yeah, I'm good. Okay, so I go back to that seller and I say, you know what? I ran my numbers. I'm gonna have to be at 180. And they're like, oh no, I can't do 180. And you're like, well, that's what my underwriter told me. I really hope I want to work something out. Like what makes sense for you? Oh, I'd have to be at 210. You know what? Let me talk to my underwriter. Let me call you back. I just talked to him. Actually got to be the best he said we could do is 190. I'm sorry. 192, $351.10. They're like, well, I can't do that. Can you do 196? Let me check. Look, I can do this. I can come up to 194. I can come up to 193, $394.11. That's the best I can do. Do we have a deal? Okay, we have a deal. So you basically know what your buyer's willing to pay. You go negotiate it. You always anchor lower than what you're willing to take with the buyer, with the seller, and then you already have a buyer in place. You can go ahead and just wholesale to them. Don't have to think about it ever again. Or you can just try it out with some more of your buyers and just say, hey, Scott, I sent it to you. I did try with some other people. I have like 10 guys I run it by. That you didn't make the cut, but I'll get you on the next one. So
all
Jackie.
right, boss. We have another question from Nanny.
Okay.
Oh, are you able to provide us this process layout via email?
Yeah, so Nanny, I don't know if you came in at the beginning of this call, people asked me for this layout. So I'm not giving this out just for free at the moment. Maybe I will, but I've made this mainly for my team so they could have all the resources they need to, for us to go get deals and me to train people. So this isn't necessarily just to give out. But maybe in the future. But right now, I'm not giving this out. I'm just showing you guys. Like this is kind of like I'm doing live. I figure why not train my team live and show you guys how to do it? And so that's a long-winded answer to say no. But yeah, you can do this. If you want. Let's see where we're at. You know what? Why not? I can actually send this to people. I don't mind sending this this outline. Who cares, right? That could be helpful. Yeah, Jackie, how about we do this after this call? Let's take this outline just like this and let's post it and people can see like step by step how to do deals this way. Because I can't
We can
share
do
all this.
that.
It's got a lot of our contracts and information in it. And I don't just want to give that out.
Sure, we can do that. Just send us a private message, and we'll just send us a DM and we'll send it to you.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So let's go back here. We're almost done, guys. believe it or not. We've been going hard. We've been going strong. How long have we been on this call?
Almost 15 minutes now, almost an hour.
Well, it's interesting. Like these calls don't even phase me because I work 8 hours a day, sometimes. So like it's not even a big deal to me. I'd still be doing this anyway. Okay. So any questions, guys, Jackie, AJ, on how to determine the rehab budget? I think it's
Well, right now I don't have any question, boss. It's just really a matter of being familiar with it. So once I come across a deal, probably it's a matter of really trying to run it.
okay.
And
We're gonna
if
practice
we
one
actually,
actually.
uh
We're gonna practice.
yes, more practice.
Okay, we're gonna practice. So now I kind of went over a little bit more in depth on how to do it. Now there's a really easy way to do this, everybody. Really easy, the quick and easy way. You don't even have to think about all these numbers. It's not as accurate, but it's very easy. So if we go here to this property, let's just go to Zillow. I'll just click on this house right here. So the easiest way to do this is you would take the Zillow estimate and you would offer half of it, 50%. So what would that be? 222,500. So I would tell the seller, say, yeah, my house needs quite a bit of work. What would you like to offer? Without me having to do anything else, I anchor at half of the Zillow estimate. And of course they're going to say, what is wrong with you? Are you kidding me? You're going to offer me half of the Zillow estimate? I'm going to kill you. I'm going to crush you. And you're just going to say, hey, look, that's not my final offer. That's just where, we usually have to buy properties that need a lot of work. Well, my house doesn't need that much work. Okay, that's okay. I'm just letting you know that's where we usually like to be. Maybe we can work something out. So that's the fastest way to do it, guys, is just offer half and anchor low. Okay, that's a fast way to do it. Now, if you want to do something that's another fast, easy way to do it, which is very low and it doesn't work all the time, is 70% of ARV minus the repairs you believe it needs and minus the wholesale your fee you're trying to make equals your offer price. So let's run a number on that. So let's talk about that $300,000 house that I've been talking about. So 300,000, what do I have to multiply it by, Jackie and AJ? What's the percentage?
70.
Okay, so 70% minus, let's say this thing needs 40,000 in rehab, and minus, how much are we usually trying to make on a wholesale fee? What do you guys think?
10, 20.
Okay, let's go 50. Yeah, right in the middle. Let's go 15. So after doing that math, that's where I need to get the house under contract for. If it needs 40,000, 70% ARV minus my rehab minus my wholesale fee. So if I offer this and it gets accepted, I can wholesale it to someone for to 170 to make $15,000. Okay, that's the fast way to do it. So this is the fastest, 50%. This is the second fastest, and this is the longest, but the most accurate way to do it. And this is how I run my numbers, and this is what I'm going to teach you guys to do right now. So the best way to get an accurate offer is to use the deal analysis calculator that I use. And that's not the right one. Let's see. That's a link to go buy it for $50, but let's see. We're going to go right here. So we're going to start running some scenarios on this. Okay. So I'm going to get rid of this one. All right, guys. So we're going to it's time to run some numbers. You ready?
Ready, boss.
Time to implement this. All right, let's go right here. All right, let's check
Before
it
you
out.
do that, boss,
Go ahead.
sorry, we have a question from Eric. Are any hedge funds still buying?
Yo, Eric, I love your questions, man. I appreciate the activity on here. I wish everybody would ask questions like you. So are hedge funds still buying? Yes, hedge funds are still buying, but they're being more conservative than before. I had a hedge fund guy walk through a property that I have in North Salt Lake. Just kidding, it was Ogden. And he made me an offer, and it was a lot lower than I thought he'd be, because he told me he'd be around 238 before he saw it, and then he went and saw it, and he offered me 210. So they still buy, that's why I was telling you guys, like with this sheet, when you start finding buyers, like you're asking me if hedge fund buyers are still buying, right? Which is fine. That's good. But what's the best way to find out if they're buying? Well, go call them, right? So in this thing that I have right here's 2 lists of hedge fund buyers that I purchased and paid, some good money for, all over the United States that you can call or hit up their websites and be like, "Hey, you guys still buying?" Because I got some mad deals for you right now because the market's shifting. So here are, all the hedge funds throughout the United States that are buying and in what area, the state of preference. So, that's a great question, man. But go call, obviously these are my lists, but you can, you can search them too. You can search hedge fund buyers lists and stuff like that. But yeah, they are buying. That's my answer. Everyone's still buying if it's a good deal. So I just talked to one of my hard money lenders and he's like, yeah, man, I mean, if you're getting deals at like 60, 65, 70% of ARV still, like, yeah, I'll buy. We're all buying, but we're not going to buy and overpay like a lot of people have been for the last couple months or years, like 2 years. Anything else, Jackie?
We're all good.
Okay, cool. All right, guys. So let's run a scenario. So we talked earlier. I'm going to go to this. I'm going to scroll up. We talked about finding deals. Find deals that meet your buyer's criteria. Okay. So go to free. We're going to go to free marketing. This is because that's what I'm focusing on right now. And I'm going to go to making offers on other wholesalers' deals. That's what I'm going to show you guys right now. That's what we're going to focus on. Jackie and AJ is we're going to make a lot of offers on other wholesalers' deals, either to buy them, flip them ourselves, wholesale them to our buyers, or JV with those wholesalers. So that's what we're going to do right now is we're going to analyze some deals. All right. So Brian Martineau. Brian's we're cool. He's a wholesaler. He's got this deal, double wide home in Pleasant View, assignable contract. So the cool thing about working with other wholesalers' deals is they usually do the math for you. Like they already kind of put in, what they're asking, ARV. They already kind of have pictures on it. So you can kind of see how trash the place is. So let's take a look at this piece. All right, okay, super old kitchen. That's gonna have to get redone. Like all the siding on the house, the flooring looks kind of whack. This is a mobile home, so maybe it's not, you don't have to go too crazy on it. But yeah, that's just not. It's just outdated, and people are gonna be like, "What the heck?" So now let's do the math, guys. What did we talk about? We're gonna have to find the square footage and determine what we believe the repair to be on this thing. I think you're going to need to do, you're going to have to start. Do you guys think you're going to need to work on the kitchen?
Yes.
Okay. So now that we're working on kitchen, what does that mean? It's just went up from a light rehab. Now that we're talking kitchen, where is it now?
Heavy repairs
So
or average?
Close. Heavy is complete gut job, which means it's everything is torn down. This house is livable. It just needs a new kitchen and new bathrooms, according to what we saw, right? So we already know it's an average rehab. All right. So let's see how much square feet it is. Okay. So here's some comps of homes that other mobile homes. This one sold. Okay. So they're trying to get crazy on you. 11/30/2021. That's not a good comp because what's happened recently, guys, in the year 2022?
Market shifted.
Yeah, so this thing is not worth 90 anymore. It's worth less than that. So it's not going to, so they're saying that it's 90 plus. That's not true. As much as we'd like it to be true, it's right, not true. Okay, what else? To be added or cash buyers list. That's blah, blah, blah. Let's see if we got square footage. Okay, so 1,440. Okay, so we're going to go to my calculator, and this is what you guys are going to be using. So I believe the first step we have to do is ARV, right? This is what this thing says right here. Go to the flip deal evaluation or wholesale deal evaluation tab. Only the red numbers are changed. Determine sales price on resale. ARV. So that's the first thing we have to do now is determine the sale price. And what did we determine that the ARV is, guys?
70%, right?
No. So remember we just looked at this and we said that we looked at some comps and it's 90, but we said, oh, you know, the market shifted a little bit. It's not worth 90. What do you think it's worth now? How much do you think it's gone down from 90 in the last couple months?
20% maybe.
I would say maybe like 80,000, 75 to 80,000.
Okay.
And guys, I'm speculating because I know the market. If we want to do a better job at this, let's actually run some comps on it. I just looked at their comps, but let's look. Like I said, I like going to Zillow first. It's very fast and easy. So let's take a look. Let's see. All right. So you put the address in here and then you should be able to zoom in on the mobile home parks. Okay, so here we are in the mobile home parks. And by the way, I have MLS access, but I just want to see if there's anything selling right now in the mobile home park that's similar. Because again, we can't really use sold data because the data is kind of outdated. We want to look and see if there's anything selling. Okay, so there's a 2 for 600,000 updated. Sorry, not 600,000, 600 square feet. 32, 938, 110, 32. It just had a price cut, 90,000. Okay, so let's take a look at some of these and see what they look like. Oh, wow, guys. What do you think of that?
Mhm.
Oh, wow. They've made that thing real nice in that mobile home. That's sweet, huh? I'm about to move in there, guys. Whoo! That's cool looking. All right. Remodeled home in Pleasant View. Is it a mobile home or is it a normal home? Because okay, it's manufactured. Okay, so guys, look at this. 90,000, 3-bedroom, 2-bath. It's smaller than ours, but it has not sold. It's been on the market for 18 days. So that's probably okay because things are staying on the market longer. But if this thing could sell for that, like around 90, and ours is bigger, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what is this, a 3.2 as well? 3.2, yeah. So let's assume this thing's worth 90, okay? Because we don't know if this thing's sold yet, but let's say someone makes it that nice. In order to make something that nice, I mean, they're gonna have to put a pretty penny into it, into ours to make it worth it. Okay, guys, so we're going back to the spreadsheet, and it says right here, determine sales price. Okay, so what are we determining the sales price? That we can sell it after it's flipped? What do we believe it is, Jackie and AJ?
You said earlier should be 75 since the market shifted now.
But remember, we just looked at this and we said, you know what? Maybe this thing is smaller than ours, and it's really nice. Maybe it's more worth around 90 now.
Yeah, okay. Makes
Smaller,
sense.
right? And ours is bigger. And if someone updates it, let's go with 90. Okay. So that's what we believe the house is worth fixed up, right? So the price that they're asking for, this wholesaler, Brian Martineau, is asked for 35,000. So he obviously has it for less than that because he's trying to make a wholesale fee. So we know there's some wiggle room. So the second thing after you determine the ARV is you enter the cost to buy the house, the purchase price. Okay. So there we go. Right there. Okay. So the next step, guys, is after you determine the sales price and the cost to buy the home, you update the numbers at the right of the calculator, highlighted. What does it say? In the calculator, highlighted. I wrote it wrong. Highlighted blue with red letters. Okay. So you guys probably aren't sure what this stuff means, but I'm going to ask you. Do you know what annual interest means?
Oh, no idea, boss.
Okay, that's okay. So what happens, guys, is this is a flip calculator. This is for flippers to determine what they need to buy a house for. When a flipper buys a house, he uses borrowed money. He uses hard money. And in order to borrow that money, he has to pay someone 12% for their money a year, 12% APR. Do you guys in the Philippines, do you have like banks that obviously have banks, but do you guys have interest rates where you pay, percentage if you borrow money?
Yeah.
What's the interest rate?
Right now it's at 8 to 9%. So
Wow. Okay. So it's getting up there here in the States. So right here, people are paying 12% to lenders to borrow money. Okay. So that's what it's saying. It's saying, hey, if this guy buys this house, he's going to have to pay someone 12% to borrow the money to get it done. And it calculates right here the cost of money right here, cost of how much you have to pay. So now there's loan points. So when you borrow money from someone here in the United States for hard money, you don't only have to pay them 12%, which is $298 a month on the purchase price. If you bought it for $35,000, you'd have to pay $298 a month, but you also have to pay them 2% just to borrow the money. So if I wanted to borrow this person's money, 35,000, I'd go 35,000 and I would have to borrow. I'd have to pay them $700 just to borrow their money. Okay. Now that might not sound like a big deal because it's a lower price, but when you start buying homes for 400,000, you're having to pay 3,400 a month. You'd have to pay like 8,000 just to borrow the money. So that's why you need to calculate this information for buyers, because they want to know how much they're gonna have to pay. Any questions on what annual interest and loan points are?
all good, boss. No question.
Question was the loan points. That's a one-time fee.
One-time fee. One
Okay.
time. This is annual. So as long as you're borrowing their money, you need to pay them 12%. So that equals $298 a month.
Copy that.
Does this change though? The loan points and the annual interest?
It
Does
does.
it vary?
It does vary depending on who you get to lend you money. Yesterday, I met someone that is willing to do it for 8%. So
Wow.
that's really low. And those people are great. I'm going to use them I'm going to try using them. But usually the average is 12.2%. Sometimes people charge 4 points, one-time fee. Sometimes they charge 1 point, but that's usually what's going on right now.
All right.
Now, what a hard money lender does as well, guys, is just like when you buy a house in the United States, or I'm assuming in the Philippines, they don't give you all of the money always. They don't say, okay, hey, here's 35,000. I'll get, if you pay me this. They say, look, you need to have some skin in the game. I'm going to lend you that money, but you need to bring some money up front. You need to bring some money down. And it's usually 15%. So what this calculator does is it calculates how much money they have to bring down to even get in the deal. So when a house starts getting into the millions and the $500,000, that person, just to do the deal, has to bring $75,000 to the table just to do it.
Okay.
So that's why, like, I just did a deal with Francis, and he was about to remember that wholesale deal I just did, guys, where for like 10K. So he was going to buy it himself and list it and flip it, but he didn't want to bring I think the deal that he was looking at was like 240. So he was going to have to bring 36,000 just to do the deal. And he was going to have to pay this as well. And he was like, I'd rather just make money and wholesale it. So that's why we decided to wholesale it instead of him flipping it, because he didn't want to bring down the money.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So now we know what hard money interest is. We know what loan payments are. And we know what the down payment is. This is the whole time. How long do we think we're going to have to hold this money and do this flip? How long is it going to take us to do the whole thing, from buying it to fixing it up to selling it to listing it and selling it? So looking at this house in the pictures that we have, I would say in order for us to buy it, do the landscaping to make it, look better. Update the kitchen, the floors, everything in order to get it to look like this. That's going to take maybe 2 or 3 months. just to do the rehab, unless you have like a super fast crew. So 2 to 3 months, and that's just rehab. And then you sell it, and usually it takes about a month or two to sell it. So we're looking at a hold time of about 5 to 6 months to do a flip, right? So the thing is, the less time that you hold the property for, the less money you have to pay because you're not making as many monthly payments. So look how the number right here changes if I change it to 1 month. So now the cost of money is a lot less. And if it takes you 12 months to flip it, it goes a lot higher. So we would say, okay, 6 months to flip this house. Commissions and sales, it's usually 3% to the listing agent, 3% to the buyer's agent. Then you go right here to what are the potential buyer's closing costs? It's usually 1 to 2%. So I know this is all a lot of new information for you guys, but this is how flippers look at deals. They say, am I going to make money if I buy your house? That's all they do. It's not like emotional. They're not trying to screw anybody over. They just want to know if they're going to make money. So right here is the square footage, and we already talked about it. The square footage of this house is, where is it? 1440. So you put it right here into the calculator. And right here, you go to the next step where you type in the type of level of repair, basic, medium, everything. And what do we determine, guys? Is it a basic? Is it medium? Or is it everything?
Medium.
Yep. So this is saying, according to the square footage, that the rehab cost to get it to that $90,000 is going to be $34,560. Okay. Now I'm a wholesaler, right? In this situation, I want to make money. How much am I trying to make? 15,000. So this whole thing does the equation for you after you fill it out. It says, okay, Nate, if you're a wholesaler and you have the property at 35,000 and you want to make 15K on your wholesale fee, but your flipper needs to make money too. What is this saying right here? How much money is the flipper going to make if I sell it to him? If I get it at this price and I try to make 15,000, how much is he going to make?
3,100.
So the way this calculator is it's if it's bracketed, it means it's negative.
Oh.
So because of the cost of the money, because of the cost of the sale, the commissions they have to pay the agent, everything, and the repairs, this flipper, if he bought it from me, he would technically, I would have it 35,000. I would wholesale it to him and make 15. So he would get it for me at 50,000 because you have to add your wholesale fee to the number that you have it for. So if he bought it for me at 50,000, he's losing $3,128. Do you think anyone's going to do that deal?
No.
No, it's just a waste of time.
No one's doing that deal. So if I look at this deal from Martineau and I say, look, man, I'm trying to make some money on this deal, I bring it to my buyer. But if I show one of my buyers that if they, if I give it to them for 50, they're going to say, Nate, take a hike. That's a trash deal, right? So that's how we analyze deals, guys, is we look at the numbers and we say, that doesn't really make sense. So maybe we can play with it a little bit. We say, you know what, Nate, maybe we don't need to make 15 on this deal. Maybe we can make 5K. Maybe it's okay to just make 5,000 really quick. You think a flipper would do all that work to make $6,000
in 6 months?
You think someone would do that?
Still no.
No, not at all. Flippers want to make at least 10 to 20% of the after repair value for it to be worth it to them to put all their money into it. And honestly, they may even want to make more if it's this low end of a property. So let's do 20% of 90,000. You probably do that in your head.
1,800.
So 18. So this flipper is probably only going to do this deal if he can make around $18,000. Well, that means I need to get this property from Martineau. I need to get this property from this guy for let's see. That's too low, right? I'm sure they would do it for that price, but they'd probably have to get it for there you go. So if I can call Brian right now and say, "Hey, Brian, I'm interested in the mobile home, but my offer is 24,000, and I can close in 3 days or whatever."
Mhm.
Brian would say, "Nate, I don't even have it for that price," or I don't know what he would say. I'd have to call him. But that's where this makes sense, where I can make 5K.
Mhm.
Okay, that's how we do this. We run the numbers, we make offers, and if they get accepted. But what's the problem right here, guys? Is I don't have a buyer. Most of the time, the problem is you don't know if anyone's willing to pay what you just ran. So what do I do right now? It's the same thing what I've been teaching you guys this whole time. What am I going to do before I make that offer?
Oh,
What am
yeah.
I going to do?
Reach out to your buyer boss
I'm
and
gonna
check with them.
I'm gonna call my buyer and I'm gonna say, "Yo, I don't know if you saw this mobile home, but would you buy it?" So let's make a phone call right now. You guys kind of get the whole picture of what I'm doing right now?
Mhm. Yes, boss.
Okay, so I'm calling one of my buyers that buys mobile homes, and I'm gonna see if he saw this. Yo, what up, Nate? No, good man. I'm actually just training my VAs right now on how to analyze deals, and we're looking at a deal right now, and I wanted to call you and see if you saw it already. Do you have some time to talk, or are you busy?
Yeah, I'm just in the car. That's all right.
Yeah, no, dude, 100%. So it was one, but I know you get Brian's stuff, but did you see the mobile home that he has in Pleasant View?
Yeah, 39.5 or something like that.
Yeah, did you make an offer on it already?
I haven't. I was gonna go look at it. I'm under contract with him on a different mobile home right now, so I don't know what his appetite is to take multiple deals from one guy on.
Dude, I mean, he's probably got the appetite for it.
Who doesn't, right?
Yeah, who doesn't, trying to sell all their deals right now? Well, the reason I'm asking you is because I didn't know if you like came up with an offer. I ran the numbers on it just to kind of run it with my VAs, and I was thinking like, I mean, he's got it out at 35. I think that's too high. I think it needs to be like around like 24 for it to like make sense. But I don't know if you ran the numbers on it yet.
I haven't, but I know that mobile home park really well. Stuff sells there fast.
Oh shoot!
Courts, like within 30 to 45 days.
Even in the way the market is right now, they're still flying.
I mean, flying might be overstating it a bit, but
right.
yeah, they're still selling.
Okay.
And I just put a double wide under contract for a buyer in Ogden, and when we were looking in Pleasant View in this park, double wides were over 100K.
Dang,
this one needs work, so it's. I mean, let's not fool ourselves by thinking we can get 100 out of it, but
yeah,
if it was cleaned up, I mean, I think he's right on his ARV. It's at least 90.
Yeah, at least 90. Yeah, because there's another one that's 1,000 square feet. This one's 14, and it's listed at 90, and it's really nice, but it just hasn't sold yet. So I think if you made this one nice, like 90, 100, right, spot on. I think.
Right. So I think there's room there, and like you said, get it in the 20s, and this is.
Oh yeah, it's a no-brainer. But yeah, I was running this one, and I thought I'd call you just to kind of show them how we run the numbers. But yeah, go ahead. Just curious, let me know what you offer, because I like to know what the values of properties are, so I can bring you stuff that I find too and know what you want.
Do you think you could negotiate with him to get it in the 25-ish range?
Oh, dude, I'll go to bat for you, brother.
If you can get this for me in the mid-20s, I don't know what kind of fee you want, but
I mean,
I'd be willing to be on it.
The way that I'm doing things right now, man, is like if I'm just connecting you, like if I'm not even like getting the main contract and I'm just making a couple calls and I can get you a good deal, I'm not even trying to kill it or crush it. I'm just trying to do actually several of these a month, right? Where it makes sense, like more of a volume thing than trying to make like 20 or 30 a spread, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll call them. I'll say, hey, what's the deal on this thing? And I ran my numbers on it, so I think you said mid 20s, like maybe like 20, 28, like 26 to 28 would make sense for you.
Yeah, I'd be more excited about 26 than 28.
Of course.
And here's why.
Yeah.
We got lot rent on these things, right?
Mhm.
So and you can't rent them out.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there's
So
only one way to get rid of them is to sell them.
okay. Well, I'll make a call and I'll see, you know, if I can get it for 26, you know. Oh, sorry. If I can get it for like if I can get it for like 22, give it to you for 26, make it 4. I mean, I think I'd be happy with a quick phone call, you know.
Yeah, I'm in for that for sure.
Cool, man. Well, I'll make the call. I mean, obviously you can still walk in if you just get it yourself. I mean, you don't need me, but you know, I'll give it a shot.
Gonna make an offer. I want you to, because if we all make offers, it's gonna have the opposite effect.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
You chase it, see if we can make it. If we can, I'm in.
Let's get it. I love it, man. That's what I can do for you. I'll be all over these.
Love it. Let's go.
All right, later, brother. Bye.
Okay, see ya.
Cool. What do you think?
Wow. You build something in there, boss. I mean, you have
Easy,
quite a relationship with
right,
them.
guys? Look, I'm about to make 4K in an hour, okay? And I know that's not huge, but I mean that's what we do. Let's call Brian. Let's see. 385-217-5909.
This call may be monitored or recorded for quality assurance purposes.
Hello.
Yeah. Hey, is this Brian?
Yep.
Brian, what's up, man? It's Nathan Payne.
Hey, man.
Dude, what's up, man? I'm calling you about your property. Are you busy or?
Nathan who?
Nathan Payne.
Oh, hey, man. How you doing?
Dude, it's
Sorry,
been
Nathan.
no, I know. Yeah, it's been a while. How's everything going?
Yeah, dude, it's busy. We've pivoted to seller finance deals, and it's been a busy ride for sure.
Dude, I mean, you got to pivot right now in the market, right? It's crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure you're seeing the same thing, right?
Oh gosh, dude. Like, I mean, we had like a giant like nationwide wholesaling business, and like just with the way the market shifted, we've had to pivot. And you know, I'm mainly just like sniping deals and looking for deals that like in Utah now. I mean, I still JV and work with people like nationwide, but I mainly just do deals like locally now.
Cool. Yeah, absolutely.
Did you do the nationwide thing too? I think I saw you guys like on Investor Lift for a little bit. I don't know if you still do it.
We were trying nationwide for Utah and Idaho.
Mm.
Or not, wait, I guess that's not nationwide, but we were trying it for Utah and Idaho. But I didn't really like Investor Lift that much, and you know, I think it is geared more towards a nationwide type of thing. And
yeah, 100%.
That wasn't quite our style.
No, yeah, totally geared towards the nationwide model. I mean, it's honestly, I would say serves no value if you're in one market, because you already have all the people, right? Cool, man.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I realized. I was like, we already have all the buyers, and I was actually hoping that that people nationwide would see our deals here in Utah, and that we'd get more people interested from like outside buyers.
Right.
But it didn't really happen. I probably didn't do it right or something.
No, you did it right, man. It's hard it doesn't work. I mean, they pitch it as like you know, no hate on it, but it's just not as good as it's pitched. I mean, it still takes tons of effort to get your deals out. You know, you still got to email blast, you still got to call. But anyway, I was calling you about the mobile home. So I'm looking to buy one out there, but I don't know. Do you guys already have like offers on it, or like what's the situation on it?
It depends on which one you're talking about. I have like 4 mobile homes.
Yeah, the 2491 North Highway 89 225. You got it for 35. Did you guys already like accept an offer on it?
Nothing in hand yet. No.
Okay. Yeah. So, you know, I wanted to just call you, just like shoot you straight. So, I mean, I can buy it, or, you know, I work with some guys that, you know, that I'm looking to partner on it with, like, so I don't know if, you know, do you want me to walk it before I make an offer? Like, what would the situation be on it?
Oh yeah, this one's pretty much a first come first serve. So as long as it's right there, you know, as long as I get a solid commitment from somebody, it's theirs. You know, I do have a couple people want to go check it out, but if I don't want to pull the trigger before that happens, I'm more than willing to assign it to somebody.
Got it. Yeah. So I mean, you got it for 35. I ran the numbers, and I think this is weird because we're homies, right? So I don't want to like just crush, like lowball you or anything. But I ran the numbers, and I was.
Are we homies? Did you delete me from Facebook, dude?
Did I delete you?
Yeah.
No, I didn't, bro. Come on.
I don't know how that happened, but I thought we were like, oh, I guess we're not homies anymore.
Dude, we're I mean, I think we're homies. I mean, I got no beef with you.
I always thought we were homies until I saw that.
Dude,
I was gonna go message you.
I mean, yeah, you should. I'm sorry, man. Honestly, I have no idea. I mean, I don't even really work my Facebook that much anymore. If you've seen my stuff.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah.
Yeah, I hope that was a mistake, but yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, I wanted to know if you guys, like, I know you probably got it at a lower price, but I ran my numbers and I think like 22. I know you have a 35, so it's a lot lower, but would that make sense?
No, sorry, man. Like this is a price reduced type. Whenever the price reduced, that means we're not making very much on it.
Oh, is this
like,
price reduced already?
Oh
gosh.
Like we had it listed at 55 before, and we actually had a buyer on that couldn't perform. So, you know, our due diligence is coming up here in the next couple of days. So
oh dang, dude, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to waste your time with that. I didn't even see the price reduction. Okay.
Yeah, price reduction. So we dropped to 20 grand. So we're now down to 35. So we're not that's, you know, so 22 is way below what we even have it for.
Of course. Yeah. That's why I kind of like treaded lightly, because I know you guys, I know how it is. You get your spread, but usually it's not always like, you know, big enough for it to make sense. Cool, man. Well, hey, yeah, man, I feel bad, dude. I just honestly didn't even remember if I did do that or like, I'm sorry, man. Like about the.
That's okay. I wouldn't even be sure what it would be for. I don't remember having any like argument with you.
No,
anything, so
I don't remember either.
Maybe it was something for.
I honestly.
I don't know. I tried to look back at stuff but yeah, if there's anything I did, you know, I apologize. I don't know what it would be though, but let me know if there's something you need to mend here.
Hey, I appreciate you saying that. And yeah, I honestly didn't even remember or even think that even happened. So that's awesome that you said that, because I think it's all about being straight, you know, straight shooter. And I appreciate you calling me out on that for real.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, man. Well, I will.
So does the 35 not make sense then?
I'm gonna rerun the numbers. I mean, I had the ARV at 90. It just like you guys said, and I'm looking at there's a property that's right in that trailer park. I don't know if you saw it. It's like 1,000 square feet smaller. No, not 1,000 square feet smaller. It's 400 square feet smaller at 90. So I'm like, is it gonna go for 90? Or is it gonna go for more? I just don't know what's gonna happen. So 35 kind of seems a little tight, but that's just what I'm thinking, just from running my stuff.
Well, just run your stuff again, and if it makes sense, then give me a call back and we can make it happen.
Is 35 like, is that like bottom dollar, like what you need to get it done, or is there any flexibility on it?
No, dude, that's like us, like basically not making hardly anything on
it. just getting it done. Yeah, I get it. Just moving it.
Yeah, this is like a trying to help the seller out type of thing. Where they were really upset, and you know, we're trying to just make this a win for them and make this a win for a buyer.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, I do have one thing to run by you. So I have started coming back to Utah a little bit more than doing like the nationwide thing, and I know you guys have like solid buyers all over. Do you have any? I have a property. I have like a really motivated seller in Ogden, but she's just like unrealistic with price. I'm trying to negotiate her down, but I mean, I'm sure you guys have like some solid buyers in Ogden that, you know, might.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, we might need to.
Yeah. Why don't you shoot me over the details and we can take a look at it.
Yeah. Do you have buyers in Ogden that, you know, so I can work out seller finance with her. She has like 27 years left on her mortgage. She's got, what else is there? So 27 years left on the mortgage, 2.99% interest. So, it's a good deal. Like if someone took it over, but she just wants a, you know, considerable amount of money down. Is there like a limit?
Down for it?
Dude, this is what she wanted down. She wanted like 40 down, which it was like, that's a lot. And I talked to a couple of my buyers and they're like, dude, you know, 15, 20 is like the most that we do. So that's why I wanted to talk to you about, because maybe
it depends on the condition. you know, because I just blasted out one in West Jordan that we're gonna sell like no problem. And that one is almost 50 down. You know,
Is it in good shape?
It depends. No, it needs like probably. I mean, it's not in terrible shape, but it needs probably 40. You know, 40 on it. So.
Okay. Well, that's not terrible.
I mean, it just depends. That doesn't really scare me. And we're also selling another one in Millville, where that one's about 55 down. That one's kind of in the middle of Logan. Up there by Logan.
Yeah, I saw that one. I look at all your deals right now because I'm either buying them or, you know, if I have a buyer, I'm sure if I can throw a fee on there and you guys don't care.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, we can get it done.
Yeah, I don't care.
All right, cool, man.
I don't care at all.
Well, I'll hit you up and yeah, I appreciate it, dude. And again, I feel terrible because it's like didn't even know.
If you got a buyer for this Pleasant View one, man, hit me up. I'm all about collaboration and whatever. Okay.
Collaboration over competition. That's what they say, right?
That's right.
Okay, cool. I'll let you know, but 35 is solid and you know, no wiggle room on that. Okay, I got it. Thanks.
No.
Okay,
Thanks, man.
We'll be in touch later, bro. Bye. All right. We got the juice on it. Guys, I feel terrible. I didn't even remember, or I don't even remember doing that. So now I look like a jerk, right? Oh man. I'm like, oh dude, I don't even remember. Anyway, okay. So guys, what did we just learn there? We just learned that, you know, you can bring buyers to people, you can do deals, you can make offers. It might be a little, even me, dude, I was like, oh man, I feel bad. I'm calling my guy and, you know, I'm making a low offer and it's, you know, it's going to get weird, right? Maybe you guys felt me feel weird about that, but that's just how it is. Sometimes it's weird, especially if you're talking to people, you know, but
well, you got to make offers, boss. You wouldn't know.
Yeah, you wouldn't even know. So guys, this is the thing that when you come back to this, this little breakdown that I did, this is the KPIs. This is what you need to do every day. You pick a market, you find your 10 cash buyers, you get 10 submissions from the cash buyers that know the criteria. You have at least 20 conversations a day with sellers. So what was that conversation I just had? Do you think that was with a seller that's selling at a property?
No, that's with an agent, right?
No, but technically he's a seller, right? Because he's selling a property.
Yeah.
So I need to have 20 of these a day in order to, you know, really, you know, get the ball rolling, right? Like to make money. So that's one, just one on this call. I know it's been a long call because, you know, I'm training you guys, but that's a call I make.
We have a question from Louisiana. It's been here since we started. Nathan, Nathan, what's your first deal in real estate? A wholesale or a flip?
Wholesale. My first wholesale deal was $5K. I was cold calling nonstop, blah, blah, blah. And that's how I got it. So guys, this is what you need to do every day is just call people, make offers, analyze comp 10 deals a day. What else is there? So we've made one offer. We've had one conversation. We've analyzed one deal and we've presented one property to a buyer and we made one offer. Wouldn't you guys say we're on fire? We're doing good.
Mm-hmm. That was
now, yes.
So now what I got to do is I got to call my guy back, the buyer, and I got to tell him what's up.
You locked it up.
I locked it up, baby. No, man. So I talked to Brian and they're at a point right now where they're just like trying to help the seller out. Because he told me that they had it like at 55 and they price reduced it. So when I hit him with 22, I think he just wanted to rock me. You know, he was like, you know, what the heck are you talking about, bro? Yeah. So yeah, so I think 35. I was like, dude, is there any wiggle room on that? And he's like, bro, that's like, we're barely making anything. We're just doing a favor, which, you know, we've all done that, right? We're just like, okay, let's just at least get it done. So yeah. And I looked at it. I mean, 35, if you do it at 35 and the rehab budget is, let me see really quick. I ran it through the calculator. So let's see. So if you get it at 35 and let's see. Well, I actually had the rehab budget at 34,000 to get it up really nice. I don't know if that's what you were thinking, but 34 is like a medium rehab on that size of home. You make $11,873 in 6 months. It's not very pretty. It's not like juicy or anything.
Yeah, that includes lot rent.
It doesn't. I actually didn't calculate that, but I did put 6% for commission. So if we do it to 3, because you can list it yourself, that's 14. What's lot rent? What would you say lot rent is?
800 a month.
800 a month. Golly. Okay.
I know.
They're cleaning up in those areas, bro.
Owning a mobile home park would be saucy.
Dude, I think we need to get into some mobile home unit parks. Wow.
I know, right?
Okay, so I ran the math. If you did it for the lot rent at 35, and you the whole time, I was saying 6 months just to be safe. It's like a 10K deal. I don't know if that's enticing for you just to go and get it. I don't even need it at this point, but yeah, I don't even know if you'd even be interested at those numbers I ran to do it yourself.
That's tough, man. I mean, 10 grand is 10 grand, but
yeah, and it's always, I mean, it's in a price point that will move, right? I mean, that's if things keep going the way it is, I might be living in a mobile home park soon, bro.
For real though.
Oh. All right. Well, yeah. So 10K, but you'd have to bring in 5 down, 34, repair cost. I mean, dude, who knows? I mean, I got it at 90. Like, what if it goes for 100? You do a really good job, then you're making 20. That's not bad.
I mean, it could go for more, right?
Yeah. I mean, your break even at this point would be with lot rent and everything. You'd have to sell it for at least 89 to break even. I'm sorry, not 89. Did I say 89? I meant 79. Yeah. Which I mean,
you think doable, right?
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I think you could find a better deal, to be real. I think I can bring you a better deal.
That's what I'm talking about.
Let's
do it. Let's get a better deal.
Well, I can get you a better deal, brother.
5 grand or 10 grand. Let's have me make 20.
Dude,
That's what I want.
I'm gonna bring you a better deal. Don't even worry about it, man. So I know we had that American Fork deal, but that one. I don't know if Corey told you, but that one had like zoning issues, like the property.
Really?
Yeah, I don't even know if you knew that, but we found out that there's the house, like the way that they put the plot or whatever, like it's the house is over like someone else's property line, so it's like a big mess.
Yeah, it's over the property line?
Yeah, apparently it looks like it when you're looking at the view of the land, it's like over, someone else's land. So, you're not trying to mess with that.
Right. I told Corey, I wasn't very excited about that deal.
Yeah.
I would have done it for the right price, but that one's rough.
Bro, we need you to get excited about these deals. You know what I mean? You've done enough work with us where I want you to be like, yo, dude, this is a good deal.
Oh yeah, let's go.
Let's do it.
All about that. Let's
Okay.
find it.
Well, man, I appreciate you taking my call and helping me, show my VAs how to do some deals.
Oh yeah, let's do one.
Yeah, man. So I'm training my VAs right now to basically look through, wholesalers lists, on market and just make offers for me and present, bring me things that qualify. And then I call and, try to negotiate them. Boom.
Love it.
No problem. All right, man. So you tell me what you want. We'll find it.
Okay. I mean, you know me, seller finance and mobile homes. You got the right idea.
Let's get it. All right, later. Bye. Cool. So I told him, I mean, you heard it. I think I can find him a better deal. I don't think he should buy that one.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Woo! Guys,
tomorrow we'll do another one, boss.
are you guys how are you guys feeling right now? Was that a lot?
I think
AJ
it's
and
really
Jackie?
a matter of doing it, boss, and eventually,
Well,
we
well,
get.
we don't need to talk to sellers and buyers. We just run the comps for
You,
you.
you just run the comps and you bring me something that looks decent, and then I'll make the calls just like I did. You don't have to call Brian, you don't have to call Nate. That's me. I got it. I can
Mhm.
call him and make it really quick. You just need to say, "Hey Nate, I just found some good stuff." And I just send it to you on Slack or email or whatever. Now, there's one last thing we need to do, guys, is I want you guys to be emailing people from my email so it looks like me, right? So you can email people and read my emails. I can either forward these emails to you, or I can have you give you my login. What do you guys think's better? Should I just have you come into my email, or should I forward like the wholesaler emails to you?
Oh yeah. We could discuss off the live, boss. We're on live right now.
I know. People, people like to hear how we talk. All right. All right. I love it. You're like, hey, let's talk about this later. Well, anyway, guys, if any of you have stuck around, I want you to just be completely honest with me. Was that worth your time? Did you learn a lot? What did you learn? I'm just curious. I want some feedback because I literally just went live and showed you guys what I'm doing in my business to make money. Showed you how to do it. I trained my VAs for you in front of you guys. Like, what oh, Tony, let's go, brother. Tony, I didn't know you were in here, man. I appreciate it. Do you have any questions, Tony? Hey, everybody, reach out to Tony if you don't know him. Tony Doms. I mean, he's awesome. He does deals over there. How long have I had VAs? Jackie, AJ, how long have you guys been with me?
Oh, I've been with real estate for US real estate doing VA works for 7 years now, but with Nate for more than 6 months.
Yeah. So
I used to work for John Martinez.
John, she used to be a sniper, right?
Yes, I started as a sniper.
There you go. John Martinez, if no one knows, he's an investor that does sales training. So he had some people out. AJ, were you a sniper too?
No, boss. I'm actually a baby in real estate, so probably just over a year. I worked
No, this guy AJ's
for
been in real estate for 3 years now. I've been working with AJ for quite a
three.
while.
I
Yeah,
need
he's an
three.
excellent at.
Yo, guys, Tony wants to know where he can hire some awesome VAs like you guys. He says, any suggestions as where I can hire my first VA?
I'll reach out to Nathan. We'll lead you to the right people.
Yeah. So
What?
the cool thing about, sorry, Jackie, go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh, it really depends on what he need, boss. Does he need a cool caller? Does he need an admin for texting? So
Yeah. What do you need, Tony? What are you looking for? Because the awesome thing about Jackie and AJ is they can do whatever I need. Just like, just like he says, he's trying to take you from me. He's trying to take my VAs. All
will
right.
you allow it, boss? Maybe for just doing part time.
Yeah. Hey, I need you guys. I need your full energy on Investor Drive and help me out. No side
Yeah,
gigs.
we can look for lead managers and texter for you, Tony. Just message Nathan and we'll get you the right people.
All right. Yeah. So Tony, this is kind of what I do, and I've done this in the past. Is Jackie, AJ, and a couple of their friends have all been in real estate for forever. So what I do is, basically I use them if anyone's interested to find somebody, and then we basically connect, we manage, we basically like make sure they're trained, and then we pay them like what, $4 or $5 or whatever we pay them, and then we charge you just a little bit more so we can make the difference. But we do take care. Jackie, kind of tell them what we do and what you guys are willing to do. I think we talked about this in the past.
Oh, well, AJ here is really good at sending out reports weekly to the clients about, what the color does or the texter or the lead manager does. So we also oversee the training, the up training to
Mhm.
make sure that they're, at par in terms of quality. Of course, we don't just want to push colors and let them do the VA work without making sure that they're putting out what is needed.
Oh, of course. So Tony, if you're interested, just message me in Discord, and then I'll connect you with Jackie or AJ, and then they can give you some recordings of some VAs that they know in the industry. And if you decide to hire any of them, we'll manage them, we'll train them, we'll make sure they're good. And you know, if they're not, then we'll find you another one. Like, so it's basically like, because they know so many good ones.
Oh,
Kind of like a VA.
we know everyone that is good in the industry, boss.
Well, that's why I hired you guys, because I used to hire, you know, VAs and pay them like $2-3 an hour, and they just couldn't really do anything. No offense to them, but you guys are top notch, and I love working with you guys. And I honestly prefer working with you guys over people here sometimes, because you know, you guys are cool, you know. So looks like
Thank you, boss.
looks like Tony's down. So we'll send you guys some VAs to talk interview me, and some options, and bada bing. I think we had another question, something come up. By the way, everybody, Tony is in North Carolina, so if you have any deals, go bring Tony some deals. He'll JV with you. He's got great buyers. He's awesome. Fod said, yes, collaboration over competition. Universe will provide for all. Let's go.
We have a message from Nanny. Oh, there you go.
Yes, I'm learning more every day, including your free course on your website. I appreciate every Facebook Live you do. I can't wait until the whole process down and hit the ground running. Okay, I love it. I love what you're saying. I need you to hit the ground running today. I need you to go pick a market. That's the first thing you need to do. And I need you to start finding 10 cash buyers. There's no reason to wait. And not saying I don't know. I can't even tell who you are because it says Facebook user. And maybe you have, but if you haven't, today's the day. Call some cash buyers just like I did. It's a normal combo. Just ask them what they want. Start looking for it. Today's the day. Go get it. All right. Anybody else before we wrap up? Anybody else? I do want to say, for the people who have made it throughout this call, I am trying to make myself more available to help people succeed. Obviously I'm not always available, like, you know, if you call me, but there's my phone number. It doesn't text. It's just a phone number that goes to my CRM. So I can, you know, if I don't miss you, I can get back to you and keep track. But if you want to call me, and ask a question, you know, I'll help you out. That's my goal, is to help you guys make money. Cause if what I'm providing can help you guys make money, like, then I'm doing my job. That's what I'm trying to do, is, you know, make everybody succeed. So give me a call. Here's my number. And let's chat. And, you know, again, if you want VAs, you know, Jackie and AJ are awesome. We'll probably bring Jackie and AJ. We'll probably bring you guys on more for some training. It seems like everyone loves you. I told you everyone was going to love you.
Thank you, boss. Appreciate that.
Yeah. No, I told you guys. Yeah. And AJ, I mean, they love you out here too, man. They love both of you. Okay. Well, we'll just wrap it up. Again, there's my phone number. Before we end, any questions from you, AJ, Jackie, or the live? Anybody there want to say one last thing before we end? Because I'm gonna wrap it up. Gonna end the call. Jackie,
oh, no question for me. All good for me, boss.
Do you guys feel like after what I trained you today, you could start looking, or do you maybe need a couple more trainings? Where are you guys thinking?
Oh, just like what you said earlier, just a matter of practice and going over some deals to get comfortable.
Okay, so what we'll do tomorrow is we'll actually practice with you guys. We'll see. I'll actually watch you do it and see how you do. All right.
Okay.
All right. Well, there we go. Bada bing, bada boom. Later, everybody.